Oscar Wilde. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. There are only two tragedies in life, one is not getting what one wants, and the other is getting it. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. If you are not too long, I will wait here for you all my life. When the gods wish to punish us, they answer our prayers. Education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing that is worth knowing can be taught. To lose one parent may be regarded as a misfortune, to lose both looks like carelessness. Women are made to be loved, not understood. Moderation is a fatal thing. Nothing succeeds like excess. America is the only country that went from barbarism to decadence without civilization in between. Always forgive your enemies, nothing annoys them so much. All art is at once surface and symbol. Those who go beneath the surface do so at their peril. Those who read the symbol do so at their peril. It is the spectator, and not life, that art really mirrors. Diversity of opinion about a work of art shows that the work is new, complex and vital. How can a woman be expected to be happy with a man who insists on treating her as if she were a perfectly normal human being? Society exists only as a mental concept, in the real world there are only individuals. It is only the modern that ever becomes old-fashioned. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. When I was young I thought that money was the most important thing in life, now that I am old I know that it is. Children begin by loving their parents, after a time they judge them, rarely, if ever, do they forgive them. True friends stab you in the front. I choose my friends for their good looks, my acquaintances for the good characters, and my enemies for their intellects. A man cannot be too careful in the choice of his enemies. I have the simplest tastes. I am always satisfied with the best. Work is the curse of the drinking classes. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Life is never fair, and perhaps it is a good thing for most of us that it is not. One should always be in love. That is the reason one should never marry. Conversation about the weather is the last refuge of the unimaginative. There is only one thing in life worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. The only difference between the saint and the sinner is that every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does. That's his. The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. I can resist everything but temptation. Men always want to be a woman's first love, women like to be a man's last romance. One of the many lessons that one learns in prison is, that things are what they are and will be what they will be. It is better to be beautiful than to be good, but it is better to be good than to be ugly. A dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation. There are only two kinds of people who are really fascinating, people who know absolutely everything, and people who know absolutely nothing. The only thing to do with good advice is to pass it on. It is never of any use to oneself. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live, it is asking others to live as one wishes to live. By giving us the opinions of the uneducated, journalism keeps us in touch with the ignorance of the community. Beauty has as many meanings as man has moods. Beauty is the symbol of symbols. Beauty reveals everything because it expresses nothing. When it shows us itself, it shows us the whole fiery-colored world. Sometimes the poor are praised for being thrifty. But to recommend thrift to the poor is both grotesque and insulting. It is like advising a man who is starving to eat less. Motivational quotes, Oscar Wilde. We hope for your support, in the form of likes and comments. Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe.